most of us, home exists as a sanctuary that keeps the world outside at bay. For some, eerie sounds and visions turn their safe havens into prisons of fear. They believe that ghosts are living out a curse to inhabit their homes, forcing them to confront the haunting terror of the unexplained. Since the day they married, in 1987, police officer Tom Brown and his wife Linda had dreamed of owning a home. In 1996, the Browns, with their 2 children, moved into a 3-bedroom brick house on Twin Oaks Court in East Peoria, Illinois. Their dream had finally come true. It quickly became a nightmare on the very first night in the house. Tom and Linda were fast asleep when violent noises rose from the basement 1 floor below.
It sounded like somebody was going through all of our stuff in the basement. I got up, I thought, can't be. So I went downstairs, and you could hear just plain as day, somebody's moving boxes around, throwing stuff around. It sounded like somebody was mad, just throwing stuff. Nothing's moving. Nothing's going anywhere. You could hear it, but you couldn't see nothing.
Convinced that the stress of the move had been too much, Tom and Linda dismissed the incident until the terrifying sounds returned the following evening. This time, even louder. Doors knocked and slammed. Heavy footsteps shuffled on the linoleum kitchen floor, just outside their 3-year-old daughter Chelsea's room.
I heard squeaks on the floor, and it was just like someone was walking in the floor. I kept hearing these noises again, and I was just really scared. And I went back in, I sat on the edge of her bed, and I still didn't see anyone out there, but I heard the noises, and it was unbelievable. But it was like someone was watching Chelsea and I.
Tom and Linda were beginning to believe that someone was watching them, someone they couldn't see. Then one night, Tom caught a glimpse of something he'll never forget.
And the cat is in the living room, hissing and screeching at you like he's in a cat fight. And all of a sudden, I saw this person dart into my son's bedroom. I got up, I ran in there as fast as I could. Nobody, nothing. I checked the closet, checked the bed, checked everything, and there was nobody anywhere.
The Browns, who had always been skeptical about ghosts, began to fear that their new home was haunted.
I tried to be rational about it and try to figure out what was going on, and I never could come up with anything.
Frightened by the strange occurrences, Linda, who had become a believer, desperately wanted to move.
I had it. I told Tom this was our first house, and I said, we're moving. We are moving in springtime. I said, that's it. I can't handle hearing things all the time and scaring me half to death.
Tom, still searching for an explanation, went across the street to talk to Shirley Vignac. Her son had sold the house to Tom.
Well, I asked Shirley about noises or ghosts or anything like that, and she had got this dumbfounded look on her face like, I can't believe you said that. And then she said, you hear him too.
Shirley told Tom that her parents had built the house and lived there until the late 70s. Her father, Stuart Wall, known as a caring and generally happy man, suffered a stroke in 1974 that left him disabled and deeply depressed. The thought of being a burden to his family gnawed away at his will to live. One evening, he walked to the closet of the back bedroom where the Browns' 2-year-old son now slept, pulled the belt from his pants, and hanged himself. Shirley discovered her father barely alive and cut him down. As he lay dying in her arms, she thought he was trying to say, I'm sorry. He never did. Shirley told Tom she believed the spirit of her father was trapped in their house, wanting to say, I'm sorry. The story finally convinced Tom that he and his family were living with the ghost of Stuart Wall. Tom felt helpless, with nowhere to turn, until he read in the local papers about a man who investigated hauntings. Rob Conover, a former private investigator, used to dismiss those who believed in ghosts, until one night when he set out to prove that a so-called haunted building was a fraud.
I was very sure there was nothing there, and things started to happen to prove otherwise. And I walked through the door, and as I did, it felt like thousands of little cold icicles blew through me. And it got quiet. And I said, they're gone. And I think it was at that point, I said, there's something to this.